Hi, welcome to M Pluto. My name is M, and today I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross for the sign Leo. Spirit, give me the Celtic cross for the sign of Leo. I saw the Nine of Cups pop out, pre-shuffle and the shuffle. Five of Pentacles twice. What are you struggling with, Leo? There seems to be some energy of lack, possibly. We're trying hard to get things off the ground. Right now we're turning. Now we're turning around. Okay, good. Now we're working. We're working towards independence. Seems like building a skill set, possibly. Okay. Spirit, give me the center energy for the sign of Leo. Give me the center energy for the sign of Leo. Ooh, opposite. The Empress. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Wands. Under that, Queen of Swords. Ace of Swords. The Empress. Very interesting card to start off. Give me a second. Well, bottom of the deck is Ten of Wands. I'm going to wait to get to the crossing. I just saw the stars. Spirit, what is the crossing for Leo? Page of Wands. Page of Wands, bottom of the deck, star, major arcana. Queen of Wands. Wow. The first thing I'm getting, because I saw the Empress, but I also saw the Ten of Wands, is you could be in a very collaborative or creative mode. But I also saw the Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which makes me feel like you may be spreading yourself a little too thin. You're crossing, which is how you're acting out the energy, is Page of Wands. So you seem to be someone who is creative, collaborative. You could be good with speaking with people, or you could be really good with communicating. Page of Wands. You're pursuing something new, something that brings you joy, a zest for life. It's also healing, and there could be a possible spiritual connection to it. This new passion that you're pursuing. Spirit, what is the unconscious energy for Leo? Ooh, that came out pretty quick. Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, King of Swords. Let's do conscious. Spirit, what is the conscious energy for Leo? I just saw the star again. What is the conscious energy for Leo? Seven of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the star again. Okay, so the energy I'm picking up is I don't want to say just yet. I do know that you're working on something creative. I do know that you feel possibly spiritually aligned with it, or you find it very healing, or you could be pursuing something that is healing. You could work with spirituality, or you could be a nurse, you could be someone who just heals other people, or someone who's extremely resourceful to others. What I also know is that you're doing it through a new direction, because the previous way that you did it before was the Ten of Wands. You overwhelmed yourself. You took on too many obstacles or burdens previously. And so now you are moving with intention, but you're moving slowly. You're not an Ace of Wands, you're a Page of Wands. So you're still studious about how to get something off of the ground. At the same time, with the Knight of Pentacles being your unconscious energy, you seem to unconsciously be moving slower because you know last time you got overwhelmed by something. Consciously, you have the Seven of Swords. You see that? Seven of Swords. Now, that doesn't mean that it's deception. It could be you being strategic. Not wanting others to know about what you're doing, because the last time you did it, a lot of people piled on. A lot of people wanted you, like a lot of people wanted your help with something, or wanted you to collaborate with them because you're the Empress. You're the Empress. And so the Empress is naturally abundant. When people see you, because I keep seeing the star, so I'm going to say it. I also see the star. The star, and under that is the Queen of Wands. And under the Queen of Wands is the Four of Pentacles. Self-protection, holding back. So I don't think that Seven of Swords is about deceiving other people. I think it's about being strategic about how you move. And it could be because unconsciously you may be unaware that maybe you bit off too much, more than you can chew. Maybe you even did it unconsciously. Like maybe you weren't really aware of it. You just know that something ended very harshly, very quickly, and maybe you weren't able to reap the benefits. But unconsciously you're working towards something, and it's a very big goal for you. You're willing to put in a crap ton of work into it, and you're very consistent with it. So even though the energy is being acted out as a page, and you may start off being studious unconsciously, you're diligently working towards this. This is something that you will put even years in. And you're also, this is the thing, you also don't want others to be in on it. You don't want them you want to be able to reap the benefits of your Empress energy, the Star energy, the Queen of Wands energy. You want to be able to reap those benefits, and that's totally fine. Spirit, can you tell me about the past event? I just saw the Fool. Past event for Leo. Past event for Leo. King of Wands. Okay. Future event for Leo. Yeah, see, in the past. Ooh, I love this. In the past, you made a decision to move towards something boldly. You took a leadership role, and you boldly moved toward it. And it was a leap. Maybe you weren't as experienced as you wanted to be with something, but you had the energy of the King of Wands. You had the assertion of the King of Wands, but maybe you didn't have you had the Ten of Wands. So I'm going to say the King of Wands has the gift of foresight. Maybe you didn't have the gift of foresight. Maybe you were so good at something, you didn't expect a lot of people to come in and wanting a lot of your help or attention. Are you like I don't know, something, you could be a mother. You could very much be a mother figure. Um, who's pursuing a hobby. I don't know though. This is giving me big energy. But you led towards something quickly. You took the leap. That's the bottom of the deck. For the King of Wands and for the Six of Swords, excuse me, the Six of Wands is your future event energy, which is recognition, victory once again. The bottom of the deck is the Fool. And under that is the Sun. These cards are so beautiful. We must, these are two major arcana, so they're very important. Bottom of that, though, is the Eight of Swords. So we must be careful. And under that is the High Priestess. We must be very careful. We must be very careful. This could be too much of a good thing. Spirit, what is Leo's heart's desire? What is Leo's heart's desire? And by the way, Tower, you want something to change. By the way, this is just your skeleton. This is so susceptible to being different once we clarify. I'm just giving you the general energies. Four of Swords. There's something you've been thinking about. Four of Swords to the Tower. I think you lay awake at night thinking about it. You're afraid that it will cause the Five of Pentacles. That's why I kept saying the Five of Pentacles. You're afraid that it's not a good investment, whatever this is. But you want a complete transformation. You want a complete transformation. You want the entire foundation stripped. You want a whole new beginning, a divine intervention. Or it's possible you want a certain truth revealed to you. I'm not getting that energy, but again, we haven't clarified. Spirit, what is Leo's external influence? Queen of Cups. To the Hermit. Virgo energy. An opportunity could come for, or there's a person. I don't know. On one hand, I think this is you, but it's external influence. So there's an emotionally intuitive opportunity coming toward you that involves you being able to go into the Hermit. So what ends up happening is, for your external influence, you're going to have an opportunity to go within yourself intuitively, to really ask yourself what you want. Spirit, what are Leo's hopes and fears? Hopes and fears. Six of Cups, bottom of the deck. Queen of Wands. To boldly be able to move on from something from the past, possibly inner child work. I did see the Six of Pentacles. We have the Six of Wands. And we have the Six of Cups. There's something to do with balance, harmony. Something to do with caregiving for some reason. I'm picking up caregiving. But being able to boldly move past something in the past. Or to heal from it. Spirit, what is the likely outcome for Leo? The Five of Cups. Don't be afraid of the Five of Cups. The bottom of the deck is the Nine of Pentacles. And the future event is the Six of Wands. This Five of Cups is possibly grieving an old version of yourself. You could get exactly what you want, which is that tower. Whatever that tower is, you could get exactly what you want from that. Bottom of the deck overall for your skeleton, which is just the first cards in the Celtic cross, is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Spirit, give me the general Celtic cross for, I'm seeing 555, Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles. There's something unstable already that you want completely destroyed, that you want to walk away from. Spirit, give me the general Celtic cross for the sign of Leo. I'm seeing the Five of Swords. Okay, Spirit, why is the Empress here? Why is the Empress here? Two of Cups. Partnership or friendship or relationship. Bottom of the deck. Can you see that? Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords. We're going to keep going. I'm not going to let that stop us. Why is the Empress here? Why is the Empress here? Why is, I just saw the King of Cups. Why is the Empress here? Interesting. Okay, this is actually, okay, so the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. So you want a new beginning when it comes to a partnership. You want an abundant new beginning. You want mutual reciprocity. And that is the environment that you're in currently. The dynamic that you're currently in right now is mutuality and new beginning. It's abundant. This person could be really good with speaking. You could have met them collaboratively. You guys could create collaboratively. So that's the situation that you're in. Perfect. Why was I seeing... Okay, the King of Cups is the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this is an emotionally significant bond. Spirit, why is the Page of... I just saw the Eight of Swords again. Why is the Page of Wands in the crossing? To me, crossing is how this energy is being played out. How it's acted out. Why is the Page of Wands here? And the Empress again. Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. How this energy is being acted out. The situation is abundant. There's an opportunity for there's an opportunity for a new opportunity. I'm so fluid. So fluid. This mutual energy here is the kindred bond. So how it's being acted out. Well, okay, so the bottom of the deck was the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is clarified by the Knights of Swords, which is interesting energy. And the Empress again. This is an abundant bond. Very abundant. Fertile for opportunity. This could very well be a business partner. A new beginning. So how this energy is being played out is there's a spark and it's being met with ambition and abundance. It's being built and tailored to. Okay? Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords. Two Empresses, two King of Cups. Well, a King of Cups and a King of Swords. Not yet, Osborne. Not yet, not yet. Okay, Spirit, why is the Knight of Pentacles here? Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? Chariot. Knight of Pentacles is clarified by the Nine of Cups and the Three of Swords. Bottom of the deck is the Chariot. What you don't see coming and what you don't know about this bond is that you are steadily moving toward it. You're consistent and goal-oriented, and it brings you emotional fulfillment, but there's pain wrapped up around it. The Three of Swords. We have the Knight of Pentacles being clarified by the Nine of Cups and the Three of Swords. So it makes you emotionally happy. It's your wish fulfillment, and it's also brings you emotional pain. But this is something, yeah, the chariot. What you don't know, what you don't understand necessarily about this bond is that despite the pain, you are willing to go through obstacles for this bond because it's a wish fulfillment. That's why the Knight of Pentacles is here. That's why the Nine of Cups is here. That's why the bottom of the deck is the Chariot. And that's why the Three of Swords is here. What you don't consciously know about this bond is that you are willing to spend an obscene amount of time and determination to go toward it, to wait for it, to move toward it. Because one, you feel intuitively connected to it, and also it's a wish fulfillment. At the same time, though, we did see the Eight of Swords. We have the Three of Swords, so there's some kind of pain wrapped around the bond. Also, under the Chariot is the Hermit. There's something about solitude regarding the bond. This reading started so differently than what I actually thought it was going to be. Ace of Wands. Passion, Six of Cups again, and then the Star. I need to stop. I love doing the bottom of the decks. Okay, so this Spirit, why is the Seven of Swords here? Why is the Seven of Swords here? Because now I'm getting different energy now. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Do I take you or do I not take you? I'm going to take you. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords. So we have the Knight of Pentacles in the conscious and the subconscious. Seven of Swords clarified by the Six of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, Leo. Now we're dealing more with something else now. We're dealing with some form of secrecy around this bond. This bond has something to do with, it could be an ex, it could be a friend, it could be someone from it's just someone from your past or someone from your childhood, basically. Seven of Swords clarified by the Six of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. It's the same energy. It's the same energy. Only the unconscious energy is more or less goal oriented, pushing past heartache due to emotional fulfillment. And the conscious energy is more deceptive and sneaky, moving around slowly goal oriented towards a past relationship, could be an ex or someone of significance. This partnership, there's something secretive about it. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. This is so different than what we thought it was going to be. Okay, why is the King of Wands here? Why is the King of Wands here? I saw the Seven of Swords again. Why is the King of Wands here? Why is the King of Wands here? Magician. Seven of Swords, bottom of the deck. I'm going to keep saying it. There's something deceptive and sneaky about this bond. King of Wands, clarified by the Nine of Pentacles and the Magician. Give me a second. I need to clarify the future event first. Why is the Six of Wands here? I'm going to take that card. Why is the Six of Wands here? Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords, Page of Swords, Page of Cups. Look at this. The truth. Something comes out. You see how this page right here is surveilling this page? How it's watching? There's something about public image here. There's something about public image, surveillance, messaging in a way that is sneaky. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords, the Hierophant, Commitment, Justice, Knights of Cups. This is all the bottom of the deck. Devil. You see? And the Eight of Cups. I went too far back, I know. In the past event, a King of Wands moved very boldly towards somebody who was possibly single and manifested a beginning of some sort. I'm getting something else. The magician, the King of Wands, and the magician to me is like power play. Excuse me. There's a power play about this dynamic. There's a power play. In the past, there was just power play between two energies here. One is the magician, one is the King of Wands, very ego-centered. I'm also noticing the double pages. I'm also noticing the double empresses. I've also noticed that the bottom of the deck had the Hierophant. When we first began, we saw the Eight of Swords. The King of Cups also had the King of Swords under him. Is this relationship like taboo, or is this unconventional in some way? Because at some point the truth comes out, or there's mental clarity about something, and that mental clarity has to do with one in the past. Either one of you or both of you realized that this is a game, this is a ritual, this is just something that you do, this level of secrecy. And then in the future with the Ace of Swords, we have public image. We have someone reaching out, but they're being watchful about it due to public image, and that being a truth when it comes to a dynamic involving tradition. Justice is also underneath with the Knight. These two cards are at the bottom of the Ace of Swords. Justice and the High Priestess. I'm sorry, why did I want to say that one? Justice and the Hierophant. So, an aligned union. Maybe that comes out. Maybe at some point it becomes clear that this is an aligned union and the power plays can stop. Because that was the past event. And the future event is being sneaky as well. Worried about mental image. See, this is why the Tower is the heart's desire. This is why somebody wants, Leo, probably you want the entire structure broken down. Why is the Tower here? You want to start again. Spirit. I just saw the Three of Pentacles. Why is the Tower here? Tower is clarified by the Seven of Wands. The Three of Pentacles. Could be possibly third party energy here. And Justice reversed. So it's kind of, the heart's desire is really interesting. It's the Tower clarified by Justice reversed and the Seven of Wands. So it's like a contradiction. On one hand, you want the foundation, like you want a truth to be known, some kind of truth to be known, but at the same time, you don't want the truth to be known. You want the foundation of that relationship, whatever it is, to shift. you don't believe it's steady. You don't believe it's moldable. Or you believe it's moldable, but you don't believe it's steady. At the same time, you don't want it. That's so strange. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Pentacles. Under that is the Lovers. Now I'm going to go off this too. The Lovers sometimes to me represents having to balance two harsh truths, right? Under that is the King of Wands. And then under that is that Eight of Swords. Okay. So the heart's desire is two harsh truths here. On one hand, what's given is the Tower. You want something changed. You want the foundation stripped. This is giving me that this could be a collaborative partnership. This could be someone who's a friend, right? Someone, we see the Six of Cups here twice. But this is not a friend that this is what you call a friend in public amongst these guys. This is what you call friendship amongst these guys. When you guys are alone, you guys are not friends. This is not friendship energy. That's not what's actually happening. That's what the Lovers is here to tell me. The two truths is that you want the foundation stripped, but you also, for some reason, don't want the truth coming out. That's why Justice is reversed. And you're extremely defensive about that. That's why the Seven of Wands is here. So your heart's desire is this. You want the foundation of your situation to change. You could want something more, right? At the same time, you don't want it out in the open, and you want to defend that. You want to defend a bond that's shifted and changed from friend to something else. Instead of it being like this secret thing at some point, or excuse me, I don't mean. Or you want to stop lying to yourself. I'm sorry, this reading is so all over the place for me. The Tower is here. You want sudden change. You want a truth. Maybe you also want to stop lying to yourself, or you want each other to stop lying to each other. Maybe you want to stop the defensiveness. I can't tell. Spirit, why is the Queen of Cups here? Well, the Queen of Cups is clarified by the Four of Wands. Why is the Queen of Cups here? Why is the Queen of Cups here? There's an opportunity for commitment and for happiness. Bottom of the deck. External influence. There's an opportunity where to be emotionally open and to actually cross a threshold where the truth is revealed. Someone could be coming in with the truth. We also saw that Hermit. Someone could be coming out of solitude, or someone could stop living inside their head, come out and be honest about their emotions, and you could reach a threshold where the truth comes out. There's an opportunity for that. That's what that Queen of Cups is there for. Bottom of the deck is the Chariot, which means this person could be coming forth with, overcoming a lot of obstacles to get to you, to tell you how they feel, or to cross that threshold. At the same time, we have the Seven of Swords. There's something deception. There's deception in this dynamic, and it seems like it's like a cycle, repeated cycle. But there's okay, Spirit. Why is the Six of Cups here for hopes or fears? Why is the Six of Cups here for hopes or fears? Why is the Six of Cups here for hopes or fears? Bottom of the deck is the Six of Swords. The Six of Cups is clarified by the Nine of Swords. So self-doubt, nightmares. And the Emperor. Bottom of the deck, Six of Swords. So you hope that the bond has a direction that goes forward. That you hope that someone can take decisive action. That's what you hope. You hope that a past bond or a bond that's wrapped in nostalgia or a sacred kindred bond, a Six of Cups bond, can move forward towards a decisive beginning, right? Someone can take decisive action. Someone can step up and lead both of you out of that Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords energy. That's what you hope. Your fear is also and move you on to calmer waters. Your fear, though, is that this person will be too rigid. The Emperor will be too rigid. He won't make decisive action, and both of you will be stuck in this, or you'll be stuck in this. I think it's both. Oh, this is my longest reading. Both of you will be stuck in this Nine of Swords energy, this nightmare fuel of staying up all night and not being able to sleep. And then the other one moving away or leaving to calmer waters or choosing someone else. And then there being the world, the ending of it. And then the Ten of Swords. So a painful ending. Spirit, why is the Five of Cups here for the likely outcome? I just saw the Ten of Cups. Why is the Five of Cups here for the likely outcome? Why is the Five of Cups here for the likely outcome for Leo? Ace of Cups. Hold on. Damn it. Sorry. Bottom of the deck is the King of Wands. Oh, and the Six of Pentacles came out. So the Five of Cups is clarified by the Ace of Cups and the and the Six of Pentacles. So why are you grieving? King of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the King of Wands, the Lovers, and the Three of Pentacles. And the Tower. Maybe you're grieving the end. Yeah, that Ace of Cups to that Five of Cups is the Six of Cups. There's a lot of six. I think that a new emotional beginning, there's an opportunity for it. There's also an opportunity for equal give and take. And there's confidence, right? There's the King of Wands. I think that Five of Pentacles is grief surrounding how the relationship is actually going to play out. Like, there is emotional awakening, there is equal give and take, but I often compare the future event to the likely outcome, and that future event is very public. It's very image focused. It's the Six of Wands, the Page of Cups, but also it's that Page of Swords. So surveillance, image focus. This is, I'm not going to choose you publicly. And that's not what you want. In your heart's desire, you want the Tower. You want a new beginning. You want a new beginning. I think Justice in reverse and the Seven of Wands. You want an end to the lies, to the defensiveness. That's what you want. You want this to end. It clarifies the Tower. You want the foundation that you want broken is the lies, the defensive energy, having to defend the friendship. It's not really a friendship. That's what you want an end to. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Wands. There's bold action, charismatic, attractive energy. And the Lovers is underneath it, right? Along with the Three of Pentacles. I mean, it just keeps going on. I mean, and then the Two of Swords, and then Judgment, and then, yeah, it just keeps going on. This is a never-ending. So this whole spread basically ends this way. Attraction is there, pursuit is there, but the Nine of Pentacles tells me that it's not going to end in a relationship, and that is what the Five of Cups is grieving. And that's in relation to the Six of Wands. This is not going to be a relationship that's going to ever face the public, possibly. Let me check the bottom of the deck. There's something unconventional about the relationship. And considering that I saw so many dual energies, this relationship could be same-sex. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say it could be. I saw so much. Or it could be same-sex, or it could be within a friendship group. Like like it could be somebody's ex-boyfriend or someone's ex-friend. Do you see what I mean? Like, it could be something like that. There's something taboo about the relationship that people don't want out. Yeah. We do have the Emperor and the Empress in this deck, so you are in some way divine counterparts. You are in some way divine counterparts. But yeah, it could be a friendship group. It could be two people who are like, like an ex-person, just within a social circle. That's what the Empress was trying to show us. There's a social circle where there's not contamination in a bad way, but there are people who have to sneak around. There are people who, I guess the social group setting wouldn't want together. They have to sneak around, right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, my name is M. This is M Pluto. Thank you so much for your time, Leo. That is my general reading for you. Other than that, I hope everything works out for you. And have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye.